Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at what is manifesting for you in 2023. So in order to find this, we'll go ahead and we'll pick one card which represents your manifestation for 2023. We'll then extend on that card by pulling more cards to get more details. We'll also take a look at what's been going on for you in 2022. And lastly, we'll finish the reading out by taking a look at how you can best bring this manifestation in. With that said, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so if there are messages that do not resonate with you, drop those messages and do take the messages that actually resonate with you. You can also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, whatever placement you feel guided to check out. All right, what's manifesting for Libra? Wow. Okay, so Libra, in 2023, what is manifesting for you is the Eight of Wands. Some of you here are doing some long, overseas travel, some long-term travel. Some of you are going to a new country. Some of you are doing a lot of some international travel. Some of you are going to be taking a lot of business trips or trips. You're going to be spending a lot of time in the air this year. Some of you here are also going to be given the feeling of a breakthrough. So in other words, if 2022 felt like there was some delays going on, if 2022 felt stagnant or stale in some way, what you are manifesting for this year is the end of delay. Eight of Wands represents good news coming in from a distance. So this is one of these cards that I would associate with social media, okay? Because this can be communication from a distance, which is how social media is done. So some of you might have I'm a Libra, right? I'm a Libra, maybe you have a YouTube channel like me, or maybe you're starting a YouTube channel. Some of you here are maybe starting a TikTok or an Instagram or whatever it is. Some of you here putting yourself out in front of others at this time. I love the Eight of Wands because it's an exciting energy. It says that there are things moving ahead. It's breakthroughs. Some of you felt like in 2022 that you've had to really force something, but this year is the end of delay. It's the end of forcing something this year. I do think some of you are doing travel as well. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at what's been going on for you in 2022. Let's get 3 cards. Can we get 3 cards to show what has been going on in 2022? Here's 1 card. So 7 of Wands, which is the card that comes before the 8. So pretty incredible. You have the Empress, and I think this is it. You have the 5 of Cups. I'm also going to take this card with it. 6 of Wands, or sorry, 9 of Wands. My gosh. All right. So we have a very interesting message here unfolding. So 7 of Wands, Empress, and the 5 of Cups with the 9 of Wands. There's been a disappointment in 2022 here with the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. So the thing about the 9 of Wands is it can be a bit of a struggle. It can ask you to, you can see this person has to battle this, I don't know, what is it, wolf? Yeah, we'll call it a wolf, whatever the beast. They have to tame the beast here. And this is actually good symbolism because the 9 of Wands says that you are very close to completing something, but you have to push through, you have to persevere in the face of challenge. You know, some of you have been, I would say, despite being disappointed by something in 2022, I don't think you've given up. I don't think you've thrown in the towel here, so to speak. I think that you've continued on your path. And definitely, I don't know that, you know, I was about to say, I don't know that it was a perfect year, but I mean, what is a perfect year, right? I mean, every year comes with pluses and minuses. And I think that through the minuses of the year, so to speak, you've continued forward. You have not let that kind of knock you off your path, so to speak. And you have this Empress card here as well. There might have been something involving your mother in 2022 that might have been challenging here. There also Some of you, if this is not involving your mother or a family member here in 2022, some of you here have been increasing your abundance in life, which is very good. For you, the Empress is a major sign of having plentiful resources available to you. And you also have this Seven of Wands. So we have 7, 8, 9 of Wands. They're not kind of happening linearly because the 9 would have to come. But we do have this progression in the tarot. Things are kind of moving along. And the Seven of Wands would indicate competition, or really sort of like needing to stand your ground in something in your life. Let's go ahead. Let's get 2 more cards to clarify here. We get 2 more cards. Okay, so you have the Chariot. Okay, I definitely think that some of you have brought in some nice abundance in 2022, for sure. Can we get 1 more card here to clarify? We get 1 more card here, and the 3 of Swords. All right, so some of you here have had to separate from something in 2022. Obviously, we have another month left in the year, so you might be separating from something here in December, but in 2022, it seems like you've been separating from something. Can we clarify that 3 of Swords? Okay. 5 of Swords. Okay. So doesn't really help, but the 5 of Swords is some type of loss or defeat or challenge. Typically the 5 of Swords is a loss, but it's recoverable. Okay, and so the thing about the 5 of Swords is it is a card that makes you stronger. You know, it does say that there are some things that you've had to deal with here, challenges that you've had to deal with, but you're being given an opportunity to learn and grow from that situation. Can we get 1 more card? Or 2 more? Okay, I'm gonna take these 2. So you have the 5 Wands and you have the Fool. So I really like what's happening in these 3 cards here: the Empress, the Chariot, and the Fool. Some of you know that there has had to be a new start in some area of your life here. You're definitely getting this in what is manifesting for you here in this year with the 8 of Wands. You have the 5 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. So it's almost like this 2022 was a year of like a great polarity. There's been a great polarity in your year. In other words, there have been many ups and downs, but you have, while you've had to deal with that or you've had to face that, this has not necessarily totally consumed you. This has not totally hurt you in some ways. In fact, you have something really nice here with the Fool, the Chariot, and the Empress. For some of you, you may just decide, you know what? Like, I'm going to go headstrong into something and I'm not going to look back with the Fool, the Chariot, and the Empress. And I think that, you know, if anything, 2022 has been a year that has made you stronger. You do have the 4 of Wands, which is about stability and structure, but also new starts in the tarot. You have this on the bottom. And so for some of you here, you are absolutely being given a new start in some area of your life based on, I don't know, some events or something here that has happened. I love what's happening with the Fool, the Chariot, and the Empress, but I'm seeing it as like a graph that goes like up and down. It's not really a graph, but it's like a wave or a frequency that kind of goes up and down. I feel like your year in 2022 was up and down here. So let's go ahead and let's get some cards here to clarify what's manifesting for you. So you have the King of Cups, you have the 8 of Wands, and you have the 6 of Pentacles here showing up. So King of Cups, 6 of Pentacles clarifying the 8 of Wands. So 6 of Pentacles, you're giving back to yourself here, okay? You're doing something. I do think there's like overseas travel for some of you with the King of Cups here. This person's sitting on the water, and the idea of the 8 of Wands being in the air, it's associated with air flight or air travel. You do have this 6 of Pentacles as well. If this, some of you, not everybody's going to be traveling. So if you're not traveling here, in terms of what's manifesting for you, you are ready to give to yourself here, okay? And you're ready to reap the rewards that come along with that. I think in 2022, you've had to put some other people first. And that's, we go through those different times in our lives, right? There are, things happen in life where we need to put other people ahead of us at times, especially if you have, you have a family. For some of you, this might have been on the table in 2022, but in 2023, you're being given your own time here. Okay, you're being given your own time, and whatever's been sort of holding you up here in the past, this is accelerating ahead for you in the year forward here. King of Cups would ask you to be emotionally, be aware of your emotions. The King of Cups is a person who is emotionally stable. This is somebody who's emotionally intelligent. They can relate to others on an emotional level. Situations like that. And, I will say that although you might be tested in 2023, it's always the case, right? Every year comes with ups and downs. With the King of Cups, it's asking you to really take note of what you're feeling emotionally, in this year. Six of Pentacles can indicate something coming back to you. You can kind of think of it as like receiving something after you've given, right? So this person's giving pentacles away, but as they give the pentacles away, their scale, in the other hand, balances out. And so the idea is, it's not always about giving money. The idea is that if you've given your time, your energy, and your effort to something, you will get rewards for that, or you will see the rewards that come from the universe in kind of being that way, right? So let's go ahead and let's get two more clarifications here, at least. Get at least two more clarifications here. And I think these are the two. So, wow, you have the Six of Swords and you have the Sun. Libra, I like what's going on here for you. I really like what's going on here for you. The Sun is a card that you want to see in any tarot reading. I don't care where it shows up, in any placement, anywhere. The Sun is the card that you want to get in a reading. The Sun is all about connecting to your truth, connecting to your personal truth, connecting to what feels right to you. It's also an opportunity for you to, potentially for some of you, to fully express yourself as well. If you've had some issues with that in 2022, this could be opening up for you in 2023. Think about the Sun. If you look at this person, they are living life, right? They are totally connecting with joy, positivity, and happiness, and that's what the Sun is all about. It's also about victories and success. So you have this here with the Six of Swords. I mean, you can't even make this up. There are at least some Libras that are watching this here that are doing overseas travel, right? I mean, look, they're literally in the boat, traveling overseas, going to a new place in their life. You have this with the air travel, and then you have the King of Cups sitting on the water. So this is certainly happening. Two major travel cards here. And you do have a new beginning that's been sort of coming out of the ground here with the Fool energy in the 2022 year. You're also just, some of you, making a transition. Let's go ahead and let's get a card to clarify the Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Also, 666 is actually not a negative number. It's actually a number of transformation. And so for some of you, are you serious? So we actually just pulled the other six here. Wow, just got chills. Wow. So, Libra, 666, you're having a transformation in this year. You can even, I would say, don't even be afraid to look up that number. It just gets a bad rap in the media. If you look up that number, I think that you'll find that there are actually some really good meanings behind this number. And for some of you, it's almost like pulling the Death card, because the Death card is a transformation, and so is this 666 angel number, right? So, wow. Yeah, I'm kind of stunned. I don't even know what to say, because we've pulled them all here, and I was expecting that. So the Six of Cups is about maybe something that's familiar to you, but with this combination, I have a feeling that this is about a transformation in your life. Can we get one more card here? I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Let's see here. Okay, we have the Chariot, another card indicating getting in a vehicle and traveling ahead or traveling forward or pushing along. The Chariot and the Eight of Wands. To me, you have the Chariot twice here. So You know, the Chariot is a card that talks about overcoming any sort of obstacle that is placed in your path and your ability to successfully do that. So again, I think that you're building on the lessons here of 2022, and what's manifesting for you is this end of delay, this breakthrough, this transformation here, very clearly this transition. For some of you, this travel. These are things that are coming in. You have a very, very good manifestation for this year ahead. On the bottom, even better, you have the Star, which is about wishes being granted. It's also about healing, connecting to something outside of you, or restoring your energy in some ways. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at how you can best bring in this manifestation. How can you best bring in this manifestation? Okay, you have the Hierophants, and you have, wow, the Emperor and the Eight of Pentacles. So you are being asked to remain dedicated to something here. I do think that you've been dedicated to something in 2022. You are being asked to remain dedicated to this path to bring in this manifestation. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of dedication. It's also a major card of talent, skills, abilities, gifts. The Emperor is a big omen of success in business, and the Hierophant is something that's traditional. Interestingly enough, number 4 and number 5, they come after each other. I do think that there will just kind of be synchronicities for you, as we have this angel number here that kind of just shocked me. And then we also have the double chariots, which is 2-7. We actually have 7-7-7 as well. 7 of Wands, chariot twice. And, you know, we had 7-8-9 to start off this reading as well. 7-8-9. And so I do think that there are just going to be some very there are going to be synchronicities in this year ahead for you. And I guess since we're looking at how can you best bring this in, I would say do not fight those messages. Those are like when you get synchronicities, when you get angel numbers, you know, when you hear songs, whatever you want to, there are a bunch of them, right? This is the universe's way of saying that you're not alone. You're not alone. You are being guided, right? You have an opportunity to do something here. You should pay attention during this year when you see these synchronicities pop up, because they will pop up for you in 2023. Okay, I'm certain of that, and you'll want to really pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, the messages that are coming in. Can we get more cards to clarify? Can we get more cards to clarify here? Okay, we get 2 more cards. Okay, so you have the 7 of Pentacles again. 7-7-7 is another number that's just really a positive number. 3 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. Can we get 1 card here? Okay, wow. And the other card that would indicate travel here, especially overseas, it's just, I have to bring it in because it keeps coming in. If I sound like a broken record, my apologies, but it keeps coming in. So the world, of course, indicating potentially traveling the world or being, you know, international for some of you, especially with the 8 of Wands. Yeah, I've gone through this already, right? So here's the thing. The world's also a major completion of a cycle in the tarot. And the 3 of Swords, you might be changing what you do for your career. For some of you, again, we have this transformation and transition here. I do think that some of you have created really nice abundance in the past here in 2022, but it's almost like you have this 3 of Swords Emperor. If there is a separation in your career or in what it is that you do for money, I would say don't fight this. This is happening for a reason. Probably not what you want to hear, but this is certainly showing up here. The world is completing something important in your life. The 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords, don't resist when this happens. And also just trust that you have the skills to do something else if you need to. Very clearly here with the 8 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles might suggest that you have some sort of like long-term investment that's keeping you going. Maybe some of you have a retirement account, a savings account, a house. You know, you have some sort of long-term investment here that's keeping you going. And some of you may decide that it's time to do something with it. I can't tell you that. I can't give you financial advice, but some of you might decide that it's time to do something with it, with the Seven of Pentacles and the Hierophant. What is so incredible here is that you have the Chariot on the bottom. So you have the Chariot 3 times. Okay, Chariot, overcoming obstacles, not letting anything get in your way, having willpower, charging forward to something new, moving away from something that's familiar to you. It's also as above, so below. You see the star pattern on the canopy above. There are so many synchronicities and I think spiritual events happening for you in this year that it will feel incredible. This might be the best year of your life, Libra. Wow. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I will see you in the next video.